So, I've been reminiscing a little bit on my days in Scouts, as I'm an Eagle Scout. So, many stories of that. One time in summer camp kind of spiel. This is actually a good one, because there was actually one year, mind you, I'm visually impaired, legally blind. And so, I'm doing the shooting sports. This particular year, it was archery. And I somehow I didn't know I was having a photo taken or anything. But one year, like they actually had a red line painted down the field for me so I could line up my shot and everything. Same thing for both rifle and archery. I never did shotty because I could never do the clay pigeons whatsoever. So that was out of the question. But the picture of me that was taken all those years ago, I ended up on not only the postcard for Camp Cedars, but also I was on the front cover or front page of the BSA Bugle newspaper. So, at least a temporary celebrity for about a month. So, yeah. And for those who are wondering, how'd you get your Eagle? What'd you do for your service project? I actually did a service project that I kind of got the idea off of listening to the radio. 89.7 The River, KIWR FM, from Council Bluffs. Which also broadcasts in Omaha, Nebraska. And one year, while trying to think of ideas for my Eagle Scout project, I heard one of their, I think it's called copywriting or a PSA or something like that, about, the Humane Society needing some doghouses for those who have outdoor dogs, that exclusively want to be outdoors, and for owners who couldn't afford those otherwise. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. And let's just say here, went a little tiny bit extra with the doghouse plans. Even though the instructions never mentioned anything about needing shingles, but I was just like, nah, to give this some longevity, shingles. So, yeah, made 3 large doghouses with shingles on the roof. And donated those to the Humane Society, and that was my Eagle Scout project. So, yeah. Let's just say here, nothing really dramatic in my scouting journey. Probably the only bad thing that ever happened to me was one time during a hike, late at night, no less. I think we've all had this occasion happen at least once in our lives. If you've been in scouting and this hasn't happened to you, nah, it wasn't the true adventure. I ended up falling down a hill, off the trail, through a big batch of stinging nettles. And if you know how that feels, yeah. Not pretty. Let's just say here, it took quite the aloe spread to heal me up from that. Other than accidentally running through puddles in the winter and having to go into the one electrified laundry room at a camp. So, I've been to Ben de la Tour, Camp Cedars, amongst a few many other major summer camps. And frankly, I wouldn't trade that experience for the world. And, if I were to get married and have kids, they would be in Scouts. Because it teaches you good self-reliance. good independence, and teaches you to be prepared for life in the long run. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friend who courageous, kind to be, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to guide my country, to help to be the Scout law, help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. So, yeah, I still remember that shit over 2 decades later. So, what's your scouting story?